silly of me to tell you that breathing is really important for your well-being, because to be honest, if you weren't breathing, then you probably wouldn't be listening to this video. So not for the obvious reason that breathing keeps you alive, but breathing, or being aware and conscious of your breathing, can have dramatic impact on your well-being. Not only does it activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which calms levels of stress and anxiety, but it also increases vitality. It's only recently that medicine has started to acknowledge the mind-body connection. And that basically means what happens consciously and subconsciously has an effect physiologically, and vice versa. What happens physiologically has an effect on the way we think. So the two are completely interconnected, where they aren't actually two separate things. The mind and the body are one thing, but in order to understand medicine, we have to separate it. And so when it comes to healing or feeling better or reducing your stress levels, sometimes it's easier to deal physiologically first than it is to deal psychologically. Even though both are important and really agreeable forms of therapy, I want to show you a very quick, easy, very effective technique that will help you reduce your levels of anxiety. If someone's ever said to you, whether it be a doctor or a loved one or a colleague, that you need to calm down and you need to lower your stress, this is how you can do it. Controlled and conscious breathing is probably one of my most used tools in my toolbox that I use for people that come and talk to me, because of its effectiveness and because it's so easy to use, because we know how to breathe. We've been breathing for our entire lives. And so it's very easy to connect to our breath. So I'm going to show you a very simple breathing technique that's going to help you instantly feel calmer. So before we get started, I'm going to give you a very quick summary on anatomy, particularly the lungs and the rib cage. So all I need you to do is sit comfortably or stand comfortably and follow my lead. You're going to find the top of your rib cage, which is under your collarbone. And once you've pinpointed that, you're then going to find the bottom of your rib cage. Once you've identified the length of your rib cage, this is what houses your lungs. And you have two lungs. And if you notice your breathing right now, where you are, where you're sitting, chances are that you're breathing here. It's very short, it's very shallow, you're probably feeling tired, you probably suffer from headaches, because we're not using our entire lung capacity when we're breathing normally. If you've ever watched a newborn baby breathe, they breathe with their entire body. You can see everything rise and fall. As we get older, our stresses, our anxieties, our traumas, our injuries can actually have an effect on the way that we breathe. So in order to reverse that, one of the simplest ways is recognizing our breath and using it to heal. If you feel lightheaded at all during this video, don't worry, that is perfectly normal. Take a moment, catch your breath, and then you can continue. But it is a sign that you are not breathing properly. Place your hands at the bottom of your rib cage. You can either do it here or you can do it here. But I want you to feel that rib cage open, because as the oxygen fills your lungs, your rib cage will do that. It will extend the diaphragm, which is the muscle that lies underneath the rib cage, and as you breathe out, the rib cage will close again. And I want you to feel that sensation. So take a breath in and see if you can widen the bottom of your rib cage, like so. One note to women: if your bra is too tight, take it off. I would rather have you breathing than having you look nice. There are many women who wear bras that are too tight, and particularly sports bras. So whenever I do breath work with people, I often tell the women to make sure that they're comfortable. All right, we're gonna do that 5 times. So take a breath in, your hands can be here, and I want you to feel that expansion. Feel your hands moving away from each other when you're taking that in-breath.
And exhale. And inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale.
Even I feel better after that. That is just one of the many, many, many breathing techniques that there are. That is a really easy one to do at any time, at any point. You can do it while standing in a queue, in the shops. You can do it while sitting in your car. You can do it behind your desk. I want to introduce you to your body and your breath. Breathing, like anything, takes practice. All I want you to do is become aware of how you breathe naturally. Become aware of how you breathe in different circumstances. So how are you breathing in a meeting? How are you breathing when you're at home? How are you breathing when you're exercising? How are you breathing when you're sitting in the car? Just notice it. And then control that breath. Focus that breath. Make sure that breath fills your entire lung capacity. Stay tuned for more.